Hello, welcome to your flagship program, Telecom Weekly. The program aims at educating, informing and updating you with the latest trends, issues, news and developments in the telecom and ICT sectors, particularly in Nigeria. Telecom Weekly is sponsored by the telecom regulator, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. At NCC, we protect, inform and educate telecom consumers. Once again, welcome. I am your host, Oluwatobi Enitan. In this edition, NCC Hemsman urges telecom operators to adopt blockchain technology, fostering ICT for sustainable economic development. NCC participates at 9 University of Nigeria's Career Day Fair. Plus, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, honored with the Excellent Service Delivery Award. Please stay with us as today's episode promises to be very educative.
The Nigerian Communications Commission is Africa's foremost regulatory authority. I think it all happened when the Act was established. The Act establishing the NCC was passed into law in the year 2003. And it was stated very clearly in the Act that the NCC is supposed to be an effective, impartial, and independent regulatory authority. So whatever we do or say, is therefore guided by this very, very important statement, of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003.
Our first story is from the Conference on Distributed Ledger Technologies, Ecosystem Decentralization and Adoption Methods as Growth Plan for Telecom's Development of a Bold Blockchain Strategy for Nigeria, held at the NCC Corporate Headquarters in Abuja. There, telecom operators were urged to introduce and adopt the emerging blockchain technology to enhance the telecom sector.
Telecommunication companies operating in the country have been urged to embrace the adoption of the new and emerging technological tool, the distributed database or ledger called blockchain technology. Professor Umar Garba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, made the call in a keynote address he delivered at the Conference on Distributed Ledger Technologies, Ecosystem, Decentralization and Adoption Methods as Growth Plan for Telecom's Development of a Bold Blockchain Strategy for Nigeria, which held at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. While emphasizing the need for stakeholders in the industry to align with the new technology, the NCC boss, who was represented by Dr. Chidi Diago, head New Media and Information Security NCC, called on the telecom companies to introduce the emerging technology to enhance the telecom sector.
It is imperative the telecoms industry continue to explore common approaches to getting involved in adoption of blockchain technology, which will help contribute to shaping the direction and future of the fourth industrial revolution. Furthermore, it is pertinent to know that the DLT, to be successfully implemented, it requires good understanding of its fundamentals, frameworks, platforms, limitations, benefits, and then sufficient deployment experience. In order to create a bold blockchain strategy, for instance, we will need to continuously engage experts in the industry whose experience can benefit the country.
In an interview with Telecom Weekly, Dr. Diago threw more light on the blockchain technology and the necessity for the conference.
We are here in fulfillment of our obligation as a telecoms regulator to create new frontiers, for the consumption of our critical resources in the industry, namely the bandwidth. So we are here to create a frontier using the distributed ledger technology, in this case the blockchain, to empower the citizens, to create digital inclusion.
Jennifer Chiazu, Chief Executive Officer, Startpreneurs, also spoke on the new technology, especially in relation to the importance in repositioning the startups ecosystem in Nigeria.
So essentially, we're here to discuss blockchain technology. It's a trending topic, and it's something that is so relevant to the telecommunications industry, with implementation of such a decentralized technology in the telecommunications industry is going to help with like security protocols and essentially allow for distributed ledger system in the technology sector.
Professor Ken Ife of the ECOWAS Commission, who is also a member, Ministry of Finance Incorporated, MOFI, a platform established in 1959 to take charge of all investments made by the federal government of Nigeria, also gave an overview of the blockchain technology.
That is a robust platform that will consolidate the growth of all the various sectors that are depending on technology: health sector, education sector, defense sector. All of them are going to be heavily influenced by this technology. And it is about trust, building trust in transactions. And the effect will be pervasive. And we are looking at hundreds of billions of dollars, the size of this economy. So Nigeria coming on stream and wanting to look at a national infrastructure for blockchain is actually critically important, because we are not doing it only for ICT, we are carrying the whole of the sectors of the economy along with us to improve productivity, to improve efficiency, to grow the entire economy.
Professor Ken Ife further emphasized the need for building a national blockchain infrastructure, even as he noted that the dynamism of the digital economy being managed by the NCC is one that has already set the tone for the new technology to thrive in the country.
ICT as a sector has actually proven its mettle. If you look at 2020, when we had COVID, it actually posted 15% growth rate alongside with the commercial banks, with the banking sector. And it continued on that momentum. And now it accounts for over 16% of our GDP. And not only that, the ICT as a sector, the digital economy as a sector, is posting very high, in fact 3 times more GDP, well, not even 3 times, I think it's about 5 times our GDP growth rate. And at the same time, accounting substantially for our GDP contribution. That also is influencing the banking and financial sector to the point now that they are also delivering almost 18% of our GDP growth rate, but that's about less than 5% of our GDP contribution to the GDP. But that notwithstanding, the interaction, the marriage between these two brings them together. When you do the aggregate weighting, you'll find that both sectors actually account for 27.8% of our GDP. So you can't wish it away.
A blockchain is a decentralized, distributed and public digital ledger that is used to record transactions across many computers so that the record cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of all subsequent blocks and the consensus of the network. Industry players have expressed the belief that with the right regulatory framework in place, the distributed ledger technology, also known as blockchain technology, has the potential to revolutionize automated business processes in Nigeria. The conference, which had in attendance industry players and other stakeholders from different sectors of the economy, provided a forum for deliberating strategies towards the implementation of the new technology.
Now, University of Nigeria hails NCC's collaboration and partnership initiative on Information and Communication Technology, ICT, as the Commission participates at the university's 2023 Career Fair in Abuja.
The Nigerian Communications Commission's NCC's effort towards fostering ICT for sustainable economic development has received commendations from Professor Dili Dogo, Vice-Chancellor, Nile University of Nigeria, Abuja. The Vice-Chancellor gave the commendation at the 2023 edition of the university's annual Career Fair. In an exclusive interview with Telecom Weekly, the Professor of Surgery and Chief Host of the event expressed satisfaction over the Commission's participation at the fair and expressed optimism of even greater relationship for the benefit of the Ivory Tower and its students.
We are happy to have NCC with us. NCC have been a partner indeed with Nile University. They have supported us in so many aspects, and we look forward to greater working relationship. We are happy that you have a stand here. I'm sure that your stand will give our students opportunities to understand NCC even better, and hopefully you will create other opportunities for them, including internship for those who wish to work in that area and so on.
Mr. Atta Ogbadu, the NCC's team lead at the fair and senior manager, Public Affairs Department of the Commission, also spoke to our crew. He explained the connection between the career fair and the participation of the telecom regulatory body.
This is actually the first time the NCC is participating in an event like this, and I must commend Nile University. It's a great idea. It brings together two different organizations. Like I told someone earlier, being here is a privilege. We have the opportunity to speak to those coming after us, the young one, the youth, the future leaders. So interacting with the students here today gives us a good understanding of what is actually, missing in the space that we occupy.
The career fair and exhibition also provided an opportunity for participants and students alike who visited the NCC stand in their numbers to make inquiries as well as interact with officials of the Commission on varying telecom-related issues of concern to them. Ms. Noye Ugochukwu Ede, one of the many visitors to the NCC's pavilion, shares her experience with our crew.
My experience at the NCC stand is top-notch. Sincerely, I think that your training, the trainings that are being done, for the staff, for NCC staff, is top-notch, because you can see that even in the service delivery, even in the way they approached issues, that the questions I asked, even in the way they answered me, the way they answered, they are very hospitable. You are actually hospitable, as an organization. So this alone has already corrected, the mindset that me and I hope a lot of people too have about public organizations.
In line with the essence of the career fair, some students of the institution also spoke about the importance of the telecom sector in their chosen careers and the impact it has made in enhancing their learning experiences.
Without telecoms, I won't even be in this department because, I'm a software engineer, or since to be software engineer. So yeah, this has impacted my life, my research, studies, and it has just made my life generally in university easier.
I came across them, I even went to their stores too, and I spoke with them. I was enlightened by what they told me, and I'm really interested. I loved it.
Recall that the facilitation of strategic collaboration and partnership with relevant stakeholders to promote ICT for sustainable economic development and social advancement is one of the cardinal points of the strategic vision implementation plan of the Commission, under the leadership of Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of the Nigerian Communications Commission.
You can always be a part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. For further details about the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng.
Have you heard of the Nigerian Communications Commission NCC 622 toll-free number? Do you have any complaints about the services rendered by your service provider? Have you complained to your network provider? Are you dissatisfied with the way the complaint was handled? What are you waiting for? Call 622 NCC toll-free number. 622 is your last resort to complaint resolution. Take advantage of us so no one takes advantage of you.
Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, the EVC and CEO of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), has again assured Nigerians that the Commission will continue to provide regulatory interventions towards ensuring excellent quality of service. This was at the 3rd Annual National Conference of the Association of Public Procurement Practitioners of Nigeria, APPON, where he received special recognition and was bestowed with an award.
It was another feather added to the cap of Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, with the Excellent Service Delivery and Accountability Recognition and Award bestowed on him by the Association of Public Procurement Practitioners of Nigeria, APON, at the 3rd Annual National Conference Induction and Award Ceremony 2023, which took place at Radisson Blu Ikeja, Lagos. Receiving the award for his selfless service towards nation building and contribution to the development of APON, Dambata expressed appreciation to the organization for the recognition and assures it of more efficient service delivery in areas of infrastructure and connectivity.
When you talk about e-procurement, e-anything, what we need is pervasive broadband infrastructure. I think the government of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made broadband connectivity a pillar of its policy thrust, an important pillar of its policy thrust. And in addition, then there's infrastructure. Sure, this is other infrastructure, not necessarily broadband. But the fact that there is a provision in the policy statement as an outstanding pillar of the definition broadband infrastructure convinces me of what is going to happen to this country under the able leadership of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are going to see massive transformation. What kind of transformation are we talking about? Digital transformation. Actually, all sectors of the economy.
The Association of Public Procurement Practitioners of Nigeria, APON, is an umbrella body of public procurement practitioners working in all tiers of government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Public Procurement Bill was signed by late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, GCFR, on the 14th day of June 2007. The chairman of APON, James Kaniko, FCPP, in his welcome address, called for support for the implementation of e-procurement in Nigeria and ways to addressing its challenges, especially in areas of engagement and professionalism.
Professionals in this sector are ready to migrate from the analog system of procurement. You can see the crowd here. It speaks for itself that we are ready to embrace e-procurement in Nigeria. And also you have seen the Nigerian Communication Commission also partnering with us to making sure that we achieve this laudable goal.
Kaniko, while speaking on the APON partnership with NCC, made it known that NCC has given APON opportunities to work and excel through its unending commitment.
I want to congratulate His Excellency, the newly inaugurated President of Nigeria, for the step he has started taking, and we know with his experience in governance, he was the one that signed the Public Procurement Act in Lagos State while he was a governor. So I am optimistic that as a President of Nigeria, he's going to strengthen the Public Procurement Act by way of legislation and making the profession and the professionals benefit, and at the end of the day, the common man on the street will benefit from the Public Procurement Act and going forward.
The keynote speaker, Dr. Fumilayo Wahid Adekojo, MD and CEO, Fumi Ayikel Nigeria Limited, stated that transparency, integrity and efficiency are imperative to move forward. In response to the event theme, implementation of e-procurement in Nigeria, prospect and challenges, she said there's a dire need to go electronic, just like many other technological innovations.
I spoke actually to the procurement officers here today for them to see that they have to upgrade themselves in terms of e-tech. technology has gone to this advanced stage where you cannot just be stereotyped with your way of typing or maybe having it on a paper all the time.
The chairman, upon Advisory Council, Rukayat Odekunle, FCPP, expressed her excitement about the event and the position of e-procurement in Nigeria.
In terms of impact it has on any organization, you will agree with me that public procurement is, it has to do with procuring for the public. And in that respect, therefore, taxpayers pay money to government and we use this money for projects. So it's very important that ministries, departments and agencies who are executing the functions of public procurement do things in a transparent, efficient and accountable manner. So what is going on now is that we're trying to see that we use more of e-procurement to do our processes than manual.
Awardees from the NCC speak about the awards as well as other inducted members.
I am delighted, I'm honored, I feel humbled by this recognition, and I also want to appreciate my team members, the procurement department of NCC. We work together as a team, so this is a collective achievement for us. I also want to appreciate the management, the board of NCC that has given me the opportunity to be able to manage the procurement processes in such a way that it has earned us this recognition.
We are committed to ensuring that Constitution of the Federal Republic is followed, extant law is followed, and all other rules that guides ensuring that the governance is delivered to the citizens. So I haven't been committed to that. So every step along the line, we ensure that due process is followed, rule of law is followed in the implementation of projects, because we understand the fact that every available resource is coming from the public, and so the public deserve to benefit from that which they have been contributing to.
Our expectation is very far and very long, because procurement is just all about integrity, honesty and transparency, and this is what we have been preaching. So in any organization, a country to survive, there must be a fair play competition in any awarding of contracts. So there's no interference. There must be a free and fair competition so that we get a good result, value for money, and what you want, you get it at the end of the day.
APON, as a body of public procurement practitioners in Nigeria, has a major aim to promote, protect, advance and project professionalism and best practices in procurement processes in the nation at large.
The most common activities that consume internet data: download and streaming of videos in high resolution, emails with large file attachments, software package updates, always on social media feeds and notifications, online games, remote security cameras, data sent via virtual private networks, VPN.
Indeed, this is a very deserving award to Professor Dambata, given his dedication towards effective regulation of Nigeria's telecommunications industry. Well, this is what we'll call it today on this week's episode of the program. But before we go, don't forget you can always be a part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. For further details on the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. Telecom Weekly is brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. Until we come your way again next week, I am Oluwatobi Enito, saying bye for now.